Hello and welcome to my channel. In today's video, we will learn about the stock of CRISPR Therapeutics. The reason we will look at this stock is because gene editing technology is believed to be the next big thing in medical science, and this technology potentially offers cure to some of the most critical diseases. CRISPR Therapeutics is one of the leading players that is working on gene editing technology. As the nature of technology is highly complex, and there is not enough historic financial data available for CRISPR Therapeutics, we will try to break down and simplify the business to understand it and make some assumptions to get an approximate estimation of the business potential. In this analysis, we will study four things. Firstly, we will learn what does CRISPR Therapeutics do and what is gene editing technology. Thereafter, we will look at the current position of the company. Thirdly, we will try to estimate the future potential of the business. And finally, we will assess the valuation of the business. As investors, we do not necessarily need to understand the detailed functioning of the gene editing technology, but rather we need to have a high-level understanding of the technology, its use case, and the associated business with it. So to put it in simple terms, CRISPR Therapeutics develops medicines that cure diseases by altering the genes using CRISPR-Cas9 technology. DNA is made up of genetic material or genes, which stores the information and instructions about the functioning of the human body. So, gene editing technology is superior because it solves the problem at its root cause, that is, by changing the gene itself. Many diseases, such as cancer or diabetes, are caused due to genetic reasons, and these diseases can be cured more precisely by deleting, modifying, or repairing the faulty genes. Thus, gene editing technology is a futuristic technology that can offer precise, easy, and permanent solution to chronic and incurable diseases. To understand the future potential of this company, we look at all the therapies that this company is currently working on. What stage of development are these therapies currently in, and what is their current and future market size respectively? CRISPR is currently under clinical trials for 5 different gene therapies that target cancers or abnormalities related to blood and immunity. For the purposes of our analysis, we will try not to get into details of each of these diseases, but rather just list them out and understand their potential market size. In addition to the 5 therapies listed previously, CRISPR is currently seeking approval to conduct clinical trials for diabetes-related gene editing therapy. There are 4 more therapies that CRISPR is planning to work on, but they are currently in very early stage of the development. So we will exclude them from our analysis to estimate the potential of the business. Now let us look at the current and future market size for each of these individual diseases. It is important to note that market size is based on the current global spending on treating these diseases. So the projections give us more directional estimates rather than the exact future dollar value. The future market size would depend upon the pricing of the therapies, the frequency of its use, patenting, and competition. However, based on the current global spending on each of these diseases, we can get a directional understanding of what approximately the future spending could look like. We can see that as of 2020, approximately $50 billion is spent globally to treat these diseases. And by 2030, we can expect the total global spending for each of these diseases to be approximately in the range of about $100 billion. These numbers are based on the current approximate annual growth rate of the market for each of these diseases. Now that we know the future market size, let us try to estimate what could be future profits for the company. If we assume the total market size would be about $100 billion in 2030, CRISPR can grab anywhere between 10% to 40% of the market share. The net profit margin for pharmaceutical business is usually in the range of 30%, but we will make a conservative assumption of about 20% net profit margin. Thus, we can see that the net profit for CRISPR could possibly range anywhere between $2 billion to $8 billion in the year 2030. Now, applying a conservative price to earnings ratio of about 15 for the year 2030, we can see that the valuation of CRISPR could possibly range between $30 billion to about $120 billion. As of January 2021, the market capitalization of CRISPR is about $13 billion. And based on our assumption, if we pick the lowest valuation of about $30 billion in 2030, the stock would likely double from the current valuation by 2030. Due to the complex nature of the technology and non-availability of concrete financial data, we tried to simplify and break down the analysis to arrive at an approximate estimated future value of this business. However, this was merely a perspective on the stock. If you're planning to invest, please do your own research and/or refer to your personal financial advisor. I hope this video helped you get a fresh perspective on the stock. Thank you.